Bam bam on the beat, baby. Bam bam on the beat, baby. Bam bam on the beat, baby.
So Worldwide Entertainment presents the Raw Side of Thangzz TV.
Bam bam on the beat, baby.
That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Them trees that put you on your motherfucking ass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Hit it 3 times, then motherfucking pass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Them trees that put you on your motherfucking ass. That gas, again. It's something and popping. What's happening? Yeah. Gotta get it up for yourself, baby. Yeah, yeah. Give it up for yourself. Yeah, we in the building, man. I cannot believe. Yeah, I do believe it, goddamn. Hell, I'm talking about I can't believe it. You know how I look talking about I can't believe it when I'm the one goddamn doing the motherfucking show, nigga. Can't believe it, goddamn. You know, hey, how y'all doing, man? I hope everybody doing good. You know what I'm saying? What's really good on the jug, my nigga? How y'all feeling? For those that don't understand, we here to make sure it's understood. This is the Raw Side of Thangzz, and I hope you don't subscribe because I need you to get that vibe. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, salute to everybody out there, man, all my hustlers, my entrepreneurs. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody who's trying to get it out the mud, you feel me? But you got to wipe your shoes off before you come in the house. You know what I'm talking about? But hey, you got to get it out the mud. You know what I'm talking about? For real. Hey. First, I want to give a shout out to my co-host, the man on the boards. He's like the DJ and I'm the rapper. My brother, how you doing? Nancy the Greats. How you feeling, brother?
What up, player? What up, player?
Man, salute, man. We back in the building. We put it together brick by brick. We here to get it, man. What's up?
Yeah, man.
How you feeling?
Good with you?
Yeah, man. Pushing, bro. Pushing.
Yeah, man.
Fighting in the fight of life. You know what I'm talking about?
I see you been doing a lot of walking, man. I've been checking you out, man.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna start filming it more next week. I'm gonna get, constantly day by day filming it and doing my vlog. You know what I mean?
Right.
We back in that gym. I'm juicing. I have been filming myself juice too. I'm gonna start posting all that. You know what I mean? Post everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta give you applause for that, man.
I'm a long way, man. I'm trying to kill the fat vegan around there, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? One day, I'm on a fat ass vegan. Hell yeah. That shit hypocritical within itself. A fat vegan, how in the fuck?
Right.
But bread, pizza, we already know starches. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stop eating a dead animal, but goddamn. You know what I'm saying? At least I made it that far. That was a hard one to do, to stop eating that dead animal.
You gotta take one step at a time.
Yeah, but I said eat goddamn.
It's a gradual process.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm gonna talk about in the Super Shit Talk too. Remind me if I don't, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about that vegan. Yeah, we'll go there. But first, we're gonna start it off with the Monday motivation for the Raw Side Nation. Y'all get ready, man, because I know we need that motivation in our life.
Gotta have that motivation.
Let's give it to them. Okay, let's do it. Let's get it popping. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. Today we're gonna talk about some things that have been on my mind because I go through it. Like I say, I'm no better than the next, man. We all bleed blood and shit in the tall and flesh. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm no different from you. I go through the same struggles, man. And sometimes, life throw curveballs that you cannot anticipate. You can be there trying to hit it, but then next thing you know, ooh, God, that shit got by me like that. You feel me? That was a curveball. You feel me? And sometimes that curveball will come around and hit you. And that shit hurt. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt. I ain't talking about hurt. It hurt. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? You got to break English when it how bad. You be like, that shit hurt. That when it hurt when you forget the R. You take the R out that motherfucker. H-U-T. That shit hurt. God damn it. Yeah. Getting back to it. How to go hard when life, throws these curveballs. How not to give up. In my process, what I've learned is life ain't gonna always hand you the wins on the silver plate. This is something that you have to fight for. Sometimes it throws a brick through your window when the house already on fire. And what you gonna do? Yeah, shit, it get rough. It get rough. Deadlines hit, bills pile up, people disappoint you, chaos from every corner. But here's the secret. When times get rough, you go extra hard. Like it's times where I done been asleep and I know I gotta get up and go to the gym or get up and go walking in the freezing cold at 3:30 in the morning. And I really don't want to get out of bed, really. So I have to, my thing now is counting 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Damn, I forgot once again. Somebody's calling, interrupting the fucking show. Sorry about that, bro. 1 second.
It's all good, man. You know, you're a busy man. You got folk calling. It's all good. It's still the money motivation. You know, about persevering, not giving up. What happens when you have to face adversity? They say when you face adversity, that's when you build character. And you don't really know the character of a man or a woman until they're in an adverse situation. Then you see how they bounce back from it. How do you treat people when you facing adversity? How do you treat yourself? Those things that's gonna let me know a lot about a person. So, you know, adversity is something we all got to deal with,
Yes,
and when we
sir.
deal with it,
Indeed. I'm glad you held it down for me, brother.
how do we deal with it? Those are the questions that we have to answer for ourselves. Take it off,
Hey,
big.
yeah. I'm so glad you held it down, my brother. I needed that. I needed that. Thank you so much. What I learned is, these trials and tribulations are like hyenas, and when these trials and tribulations and adversity and chaos show up like hyenas, you got to come into this territory like the lion that you are. You have to wake up the lion from within and go to war. You know what I'm saying? Going at every neck of the hyena and slamming on the ground, showing it that you are the ruler. And that's what you have to do. You have to keep that mentality every day because it's impossible for you to avoid these things. It's gonna happen. You either in a storm, coming out of a storm, or headed into one. You understand me? Yeah. It's no way you can beat it. See, some people fold like cheap paper chairs, when the storm comes, but not you, not you. You're not gonna give up. I already know you're not gonna give up because you're listening. People that listen to this are winners. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones you're gonna see evolve in the future and become their greatest version of themselves. That's why you listen to this show. That's the only reason why you listen, to laugh, you know what I'm saying? And also to catch that information that you need to catch to keep it moving. Because we gotta laugh, you feel me? We gotta keep that going. So not you. Like I said, you're gonna make it rain motivation like they do in the strip club with money when the bras shaking the booty cheeks. You make it rain motivation. You feel me? That's what we do. We make it rain motivation to keep the people, the spirit up, turning the horsepower. Stop waiting for the motivation. Ignite it yourself like a Molotov cocktail of hustle. Throw it. Boom. Blow something up with it. You feel me? Stop waiting for permission. Take it like a thief in the night. The world will try to slow you down, haters, bills, toxic energy, broken promises, and all of this, but it don't matter to the real ones. The real ones go extra hard. That's why you see successful people. Yeah, there we go. I was waiting on it. I said, where's that? And I know the bomb coming soon. I don't know when it's coming, but it's gonna come one day, because I have been dropping some hands. But yeah, but yeah, man, it don't matter to the real ones because the real ones got to get it while we here. Because we're gonna be here forever anyway. But we're gonna leave a legacy. That's the whole purpose. You know what I'm saying? To write your name in the pavement. When it's wet. So when it get hard, your name is gonna be there. It's no stopping that. And that's what we're doing here. So you got to fight back. Like I said, when you feel like you don't want to do it, do the countdown. And act like it's a rocket about to go up into the atmosphere in space and jump out of the bed and go hard. You know what I'm saying? Just fight back. Fight back. You feel me? So whatever storm it is, tell it, I ain't scared of you. I'm the thunder. You gotta be the thunder and the lightning. You understand me? That's how legends are made. That's how monsters come from ashes. That's yeah. One struggle at a time, one punch at a time. You feel me? Yeah. We gotta make it happen, and we are gonna make it happen. There's no such thing as we might and if and what I'm saying, shoulda, woulda, coulda. We are doing it. And we're gonna do it how it should be done. And this is the Monday motivation for the Raw Side Nation. I want to salute everybody out there. Yeah, give yourself a hand for being alive and breathing. Yeah, man. This has been great. This has been great, man. I love to do this because I've been talking to myself. You feel me? Because I gotta psych myself out to do what I do. I gotta multitask. I got like 15 hats I wear, and that's a lot of personalities fulfilled. It's like, hey, keep all that shit in order. You got to be on, you know what I mean?
it is something to deal with, But I gotta delegate. That's why I'm getting me a manager working on that right now. Right now, I'm getting me a manager, give me a personal manager and a business manager, and new lawyer and accountant, and it goes on. We're building an empire. It's a lot of work getting done. Okay. Now it's time for that time that you cannot get away from, because everybody ass cheeks gotta touch the toilet seat at one time, either one time in the day or 2 times. 3 times you really healthy. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't taking you one of these shits on the toilet, you backed up, and you're gonna have an attitude, and you're gonna be all kind of shit. Your memory gonna go bad, and sickness, and you know what I'm saying? So hey, it's time for the super shit talk of the day.
Oh my God, what is that?
I'm the shit. And if you feel some type of way about anything I say, don't forget, I'm just talking shit.
Yeah. I got 2 things I want to talk about today. When I run across people, I love to ask them, how you doing, brother? How you feeling? How you feeling, sister? To check their mentality, because you never know what the next man is going through. You know what I mean? Because I can recall at a time where I used to walk around like a ticking time bomb. Suicidal bound, penitentiary bound, and graveyard bound. 1 foot in the penitentiary and in the graveyard. And at that time, I had a lot of thoughts in my head that I'm glad I did not make materialize in this world, because I'd be either dead or in the penitentiary looking stupid. Like, stupid, because once you get in there, it's sad as shit, and you got to deal with all the fighting for your asshole, one for trying to fuck. No, that ain't my life. Pussy's on the outside, so I'm glad I woke up. Thank God. That ain't the life for me. Some of y'all want to keep it gangster like that, but that ain't how I'm keeping it gangster. Keeping the gangster mentality of me is staying free. Well, what's it? It's on the outside. I'm glad I caught on. I'm just mad I wasted my teens and 20s and early 30s thinking that was the shit. But hey, I'm here, baby. Yeah, I evolved. At least I'm here to wake up somebody. At least everybody ain't gonna wake up, but at least 1 out of 10 gonna catch on and change their life, because the youth don't deserve to go on that pathway. But I always check everybody's mentality, man, because just recently I had a brother with this guy in the car. They had just went to church. This the part is, that's why I say you just never know. They just went to church. And after leaving the church, this brother had a nervous breakdown in the car. Just pulled out his gun and started busting at people.
Oh my God!
Blah, blah, blah. Just going crazy, lunatic. And started saying he wanted to kill everybody, So that's why I ask people, man, how you doing, brother? You okay? Because, as soon as you tell me you feel like killing everybody, it's time for us to go to separate ways. I want you to go pray, brother. Meditate. Let me go this way. You feel me? Because you got to think about people that wake up and like the people the guy who went to the store and just went and killed everybody in the store. The people that was there shopping, they have no idea that was going to be their last day. That's why you got to meditate. I meditate to put a force field around me. You know what I mean? Because anything is possible in this world. Like, people are really losing it out here. The mental health is real. That's why I have the goddamn blaze up, because I have to have the medicine to keep me balanced. You know what I'm saying? Either that or the shroom, yeah. It ain't like it used to be, but I'm just saying, hey, mental health is real. You got to have something to calm you down. And today, man, I just want to put a word of peace out there to some people. Peace to all the youngsters, man. I just hope y'all get off the BS. I'm trying not to curse as much as I found out, it's affecting the channel when I be saying those words that I don't supposed to be saying. So I will be going back and making clean versions of all of the episodes and re-releasing them, you know what I'm saying, on the edited version. But yeah, man, we gotta do better. We gotta do better, man. Like with our mindsets, man. If you meditate and just focus on silence, and I swear it's so many ideas gonna come through the creator. You're gonna get so connected to the universe, and it builds a force field around you. It keeps negativity away from you. And then you start to actually see the nonsense before it gets to you. You can see the demons before they even approach you, because you are already on the right path. So this is something that you can do, for those that's listening out there, for those that want to know, like, damn, why all this stuff happened to me? I went through the same thing. I mean, my whole life, I was going through pure hell. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like I said, I used to cuss God. You know, me and the creators, number one. We like connected. We were very connected at all times, you know. But I used to just, you know, I was lost. And a lot of people out there, they just lost. They feel like they're unconnected, but really, you know what I'm saying, the most high is within you. And once you recognize that, you know, things will get better for you. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. My brother, how you doing?
Yeah, I mean that's the problem, man. The problem is people are in a system that goes against their humanity,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a conflict, and that's where the mental health issues come from. You got to understand. You got to understand you're a human first.
Indeed.
All this stuff that they doing, you know, stripping you of your DNA, stripping you of your identity, stripping you from your true nature.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are mentally taxing
Mm-hmm.
because you can try to learn and you can try to be programmed and try to follow their ways, but
Mm-hmm.
your natural instincts are human instincts, and your human identity and what you're programmed to be, at some point they start to conflict, and then you got to
Mm-hmm.
try to maintain and survive in a system that wasn't designed for you to really prosper in the
Yeah.
way of humanity. It makes for you to prosper under the system of capitalism or fascism or whatever
Mm.
system that they decide to run. So, you know, but understanding that, if you can have some understanding in that, that'll go a long way in the helping you
Mm-hmm.
um you know, kind of alleviate some of those stresses and some of those pressures. Now you also got the trauma that you grew up with
Oh
as
yeah.
a youngster. So
Oh
it's a
yeah.
lot of hurdles to jump over. But if you can start to identify those hurdles, then you can jump over them as opposed to running and just keep running into the hurdle because you didn't see it right there. So you failed to jump.
Indeed. Yeah, man. Some people don't even. Yeah, some people so lost they couldn't even fathom to even connect to what we talking about, and they just you know they won't comprehend. So those are you know some people just really mentally throw it off, bro. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, but it's by
so.
design. I mean,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
at the
believe
point
that.
now
Believe
where
that. We know that.
I'm just patient with everybody. Like you say, man, you hit people up, man, just see how they doing,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
doesn't have the mental capacity or they don't have the
Mm-hmm.
gift of discernment.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't even understand. You can't even tell them that they've been programmed. You can't even
Yeah,
tell them that you're a human and the way you're acting is inhumane.
indeed.
They just don't recognize it. They don't see it. They don't believe that they need therapy. They don't believe they need any help. But the actions reflect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know, but you just be patient with them and you let them, you know,
Mhm.
sometimes people got to figure it out on their own, or sometimes they will listen to somebody that they highly regard and highly respect. And it's
Yeah,
unfortunate that you can learn a huge lesson from a homeless person or a
oh
person
yeah. Anybody.
of low financial. Yeah, but some people believe that if you don't have a certain amount of money or a certain status, then why would I listen to you for? I can't learn nothing from you. So
I learned,
it'll
man.
take
I
some.
feel. Yeah, I feel like people that made mistakes, I can learn from them more than anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People that been through pure hell, like yeah, they the ones who know. That's why I speak the way I speak because I done made way more mistakes than these youngsters. I be like, hey, bro, I done been there and done that. You don't want to do that unless you want to, you know what I mean? And I don't be like, man, you don't bump your head. Let me bump my head on the wall. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure I bust my head to the white meat too. I want to have some fun.
Right.
They think that shit is fun. That shit's some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Exactly.
something else I want to talk about was that vegan life, man. I had somebody making jokes about it, you know, years ago. I used to be around a whole bunch of street dudes that was making jokes about me becoming vegan all the time. You know, what kind of nigga eat salads and shit, man? What kind of, you know? But if I was down to snort some cocaine or pop some beans, you know what I
Right.
mean? It was all good. But I'm talking about eating healthy. Oh, something
Oh
wrong
yeah.
with this nigga lame as hell. You
Oh yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. People
And,
joke about, you know, I've been vegan for about 12 years.
yeah,
You know,
me about 15. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
So So them same dudes, man, most of them sick as hell right now. And one of them, he became a stricter vegan than I am. And that really impressed me. You know, he went out of town. He told me, he said that he was listening to what I was saying, but he didn't want to show me that I was teaching him something. He admitted this. He said he went out of town and started doing his research on Dr. Sebi and Yaki Awakening. And now he's stricter than me. You know what I mean? So, hey, like I say, 1 out of 10 gonna learn, man. It's all good. You know?
I mean, you get people I get people who joke about it all the time and, you know, snarl at the idea. But I was just sitting around some friends just a few days ago and they would ask me about it. And they would ask me how I like it, what are the benefits. And I told them, you know, I still feel young. Still feel 23. I'm healthy. I'm not on no pills. Some of them on pills. I don't have no ailments. My knees ain't hurt. My back ain't hurt. My elbow ain't hurt. I can't even remember last time I got sick.
Right.
So when I'm just naming the benefits of it, you know, then they start listening. But they just admit I just can't do it. And I understand it. And I understand it. I don't knock it. I don't try to force nobody to do what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Get on that because it goes back to what I was just saying to you earlier. We've been programmed to be a certain way. A lot of us are still eating a slave diet, and we're not even nowhere near slavery.
The funny thing is, them same dudes in the studio one day, and like I say, about 3 of them down the road for murder. I know 2 of them got diabetes and cancer, some shit, not heart problems and shit, and one of them all the way 100 on the vegan. So I remember coming to the studio one day, 'cause I used to go through my thing of relapsing back and forth. I was around those spirits. I didn't know it was breaking my spirit. I was around so many people that was on, you know, just making jokes about it. And I didn't think it was really affecting me. But I noticed that every time I go through something where I fell off, like my car breakdown or anything that was pressure on me, I go back to eating meat. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that. I was just like, man, fuck it. Because I really was in love with eating buffalo wings and Big Macs and double cheeseburgers, all the bullshit. So I remember one day I had stopped for like 2 years and they never thought I would go back. But my car had broke down. So I came to the studio and I had a box of, I had a 12-piece of wings and fries. And so they saw like, oh, no, that ain't, man, what the hell? Like, this how they looking. And these dudes, like I said, these dudes is killers. They, you know, I shouldn't say that word on it. But they looking like, what the hell? And when I got the food, I was like, yeah. I started doing that, like, to really fuck with them. And they couldn't look at me. They was turning their head like, no. They was running out the building, bro. Like, this is the funniest shit in the world. I'm gonna do a skit on it too. I don't say it out loud now, but that shit was so hilarious. They could not look at me eating it, bro, because they knew in their mind that this is a dead animal and the shit really is disgusting, but I'm hooked on it. You know what I mean? I'm hooked on the blood and the flesh. You know what I mean? So
the blood, the flesh, the cow puss, I just don't get it. But hey, I've been like this since I was a youngster, since I was like 10 or 11. I always knew, you know, this ain't what I want to be doing. This don't make no sense. Like, I started drinking milk at an early age. I was like, why am I drinking something that comes from a cow titty? I mean, some stuff just, it seems like it's common sense, but we go along with the program. We go along with what, you know, and our parents help. So, you know, it is what it is. Ain't no judgment here.
Oh yeah, ain't no judgment. I gotta do what I gotta do though. You feel me? Like,
right, exactly.
If I could redo it, I would have been vegan all my life, man. Yeah, but hey, let's take it a break and bring them back, man, to the Raw Side of Things. And later we got Paul Kennedy coming in here, man. So y'all stay tuned. It's about to get super real up in here. Yeah. Again, it's the Raw Side of Things, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he'll smoke his Mary Jane, no longer Snow Cane. I don't have to say that shit, cause y'all need me thinking, cause I do my stand-up shit and talk about Snow, and you think I'm still doing it. No, nigga, that's the past. Anyway, check this out. I need you motherfuckers to subscribe, there's gonna be some problems by next summer. If I go viral, I'm gonna turn back to the old me, and you don't wanna see that. I'm be like the YNs out here, you know what I'm talking about? For real, nigga, I'm gonna come out of retirement on y'all motherfucking, man. I'm just fucking around. I ain't trying to get locked up, nigga. You got me fucked up. Damn. Did that really happen? Hey, yeah, did that really happen? That's the segment we on right now. We're gonna take it back to the medieval times. I want y'all to study the medieval times so you can kind of know what kind of world, world history is spooky. I'm just saying, world history is spooky. Yo, man, we're gonna take it back to the medieval times with this guy named Cadaver Sanad, if I'm saying that right. It was a pope who put another dead pope on trial in court. The man had been dead, but he brought the dead body in to put him on trial. The living pope put the corpse on the stand, dressed in full robes, set him on the throne in the courtroom, and put him on trial. Yeah, while he was rotting and stinking. And they questioned him, they questioned the man, and come on, man. Like, just trying to show you what kind of mentality we dealing with, you know what I'm saying? And this was the judicial system. This is what America copied, the Rome, we're the future Rome. And yeah, and the similarity is America would do something like that too. We had a situation that happened in America that reminds us of the Dark Ages. In Ohio, a man died suddenly, and the police think the man overdosed, and they brought his body out. And they, it was most to examine, but it's been several cases where they bring dead bodies into the courtroom to be judged. Even one time they had a parrot. Somebody got killed, and the only witness was a parrot. They brought the parrot in. He wasn't saying, "Polly want a cracker." He was saying, "Stop, don't fucking shoot." That's what the parrot was saying. But they were trying to get the parrot to identify who the man was, and the parrot can understand that. So it's a lot of ignorant stuff that goes on in the courtroom. A lot of things is just weird, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to study the Dark Ages, man. You're gonna find out so many things. Next week we're gonna talk about the women that was stuffing fish and they, I don't want to say that word because I'm trying not to go there. So it's supposed to be the raw side of things, but we on YouTube, and I'm trying to change up the words a little bit, but the women used to put stick fish all up in there and food.
They don't do that no more.
Woo! No,
Some of these women, man, it just seems like they still putting fish up there.
Oh, I understand that too. I was thinking about that, where the whole situation came from about that, you know what I mean? But they was sticking fish and all kind of food up there and fixing a meal for the man trying to get him hooked. This is something they did. Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's and I feel like if you catch somebody doing that, you should be able to I'm just saying. I don't know about you. Anybody fuck with I feel like anybody fucking with the food, even these people that do this strange shit behind closed doors to mess with the testosterone and the estrogen and all, to kill people early. I feel like that should be
how it goes. Killing a lot of people, man.
It's supposed to be like that. People. But this is real. I feel like I just feel like that's the law. It should be that. They should be
trying to make it the law.
I'm talking about. But I'm talking about.
Kennedy, right? Yeah, Robert Kennedy with the Make America Healthy Again. That's what he's trying to do. And actually, last week they got some controversy because the United States is being lenient on the amount of toxins that are able to be in the food legally.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've been trying to fight against it, saying the president of the EPA has softened his stance on what toxins can be in food. And if you go and read and see what they're allowing to legally be in your food, you'll be horrified.
Cancer, diabetes.
Some of these people need to be on trial before they did. But going back to the Cadaver Synod of 897 AD.
Yeah.
When Pope Stephen VI, he wanted to put his predecessor on trial, which was Pope Formosus, and found him guilty. And found him guilty.
Chopped him up.
Right. And he did it to clear his name, from whatever he was accused prior to him being the Pope. So it's a very rare thing to happen, but it has happened where a dead man was put on trial and found guilty, and had his fingers cut off, man. His body was
Oh, they
thrown
cut
in the
more than his fingers. I thought it
yeah.
was more than his fingers. They chopped his ass up.
Well, you know, they nullified his papacy, saying that he was never a pope. They cut his
Mm-hmm.
fingers off, and they threw his body in the Tiber
In the
River.
river. Yeah.
Right. So he was
Yeah,
found
man.
guilty, man. And you know, back then, you found guilty of some crime, man. They did some horrible things to you.
Yeah.
Which is why you know the laws is what they are now, because
Yeah. It
not
still ain't
even
making sense.
come from that. They come
Yeah.
from, you know, you getting thrown in the bull, you getting tortured, the guillotine. And
Mm,
so they wanted to, you know, when they coming forward to now, they want to kind of protect themselves against themselves. So
hmm
crime,
Yeah.
yes, they kind of alleviated, they kind of got rid of, because they didn't want to face them themselves. They thought they were cruel and inhumane. They still do some things that are cruel and inhumane, but not to that level.
Man, that Dark Ages, boy, they was sick, man. They did so much
Yeah.
sick stuff, man. Putting animals on trial, like it's just crazy. Putting
Yeah.
chickens on
Yeah.
trial. I mean, even insect. Like these people their mentality was like, wow, really? Like the way they looked at this shit was crazy. Putting a spider
Yeah.
on trial. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, really? Unbelievable. But then when you look at the world today, we ain't gonna speak on everything, but we kind of see that they kind of dumbing people down to that point where they would go for anything. And we ain't gotta speak on everything, but you know what I'm talking about. It's getting to that point, man. They dumbing people down to where they'll go for anything, bro. Anything. Like they could go back to that. I believe they could go back to doing stuff like that and people would agree. I really think
No,
that, bro.
man. You can't put a
Bro,
dead man on trial. I mean, maybe you can get.
bro.
I'm not
gonna
saying you're
mention.
wrong.
I'm not gonna mention what I'm talking about, but it's a lot of dumb stuff going on, bro. That is damn near there. I don't want to go there right now, but bro,
You
it's
know,
some
that's why I can't even
situations
say
out here.
you wrong, man. I can't even
Huh?
say you wrong, because we looking at right now at a time where
Don't
you
say
got
everything,
people
man.
who you got people who've been out the military for 20 years that they saying you got to come back and rejoin the military so we can try you for a military crime that you did a while ago. So
Yeah.
you might be right. You might be right, and people will go for it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They'll spoon feed you a little something to see if it's gonna be a outbreak of, like people go, oh hell no. But when they see everybody just kind of like, okay, take that, keep taking it,
Right.
and we're gonna just get it all to you. And oh, you with it now? It's normalized.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's how they do it. They get to you in increments. And here we go.
We got a very special guest today, man. Acting coach, one of the best acting coaches that you probably could hear of. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of acting coaches around the country, but a black acting coach who's been at it for a while and really perfecting his craft. And I want to know, how would you train somebody to act? If we were just gonna let's say we were gonna do the movie, we're gonna do the skit of a dead man going on trial. Almost like Weekend. It reminded me of Weekends at Bernie's, which was done very well. That's a classic movie, Weekend at
I'm gonna
Bernie's.
go back and watch it. I'm gonna go back and watch
How
it.
would you train an actor to play dead for a whole scene, a whole movie?
Oh no, that's the trick.
Pull it off.
That's a trick right there. They don't really be there the whole time. They just go ahead and get that footage. You know what I mean? They manipulate it. You know what I mean? It don't be like, cause we got a situation where somebody had to lay there for the whole movie. And not the whole movie, but for a long time. And you kind of like just, how you film shit early, these parts and that parts, and get these angles. Yeah.
Well, introduce our guest, man.
All right, man. We're coming to the raw side of things is the great Carl Kennedy. Let's give him a round of applause, man. Yeah. There we go. Look at my brother, man. How you doing, man? How you feeling?
Hey, I can't complain. Thank you for having me, good brother, man. It's been a while.
Man, I appreciate you coming on here, man. Yeah, we finally connected, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm putting the puzzle together.
Yeah, and I have to tell the people that you're probably one of the most positive and inspiring people. This is the kind of brother I want everybody to know. This is the kind of brother that's going to talk positive about you behind your back.
There we go.
He's always referring. He's always sending people over. He's always just saying, and that's just not to me. That's to everybody that's trying to do something positive. one of the most positive brothers I've ever met. Please don't let the smooth taste fool you. He's a great guy.
Man, I appreciate you, man. I had to send my people to you, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate
it.
Man,
any actor I run across, man, I'm gonna send it to you, man, and get them right because I'm trying to deal with them too. So hey, let's sharpen them up. You feel me?
There we go. We got to keep the pencil sharp.
Okay, man. I see you got so many movies that we can't name them all. We're gonna get to that in a minute. I'm gonna put you on the spot with that. Okay, for the people who might not know you yet, man, can you describe Carl Kennedy, the acting coach, the actor, and the man himself, and where he's from?
Okay, yeah, sure. So first, I would say born and raised in Eastern North Carolina, Greenville to be exact, and that's North Carolina, not South Carolina. I'm pretty simple. BA in theater, University of North Carolina at Wilmington, MFA in acting, University of Washington, Seattle. I've got a chance to tour Canada, 7 provinces, 18 cities from Vancouver, BC to Halifax, Nova Scotia, LA right before here. And then, of course, here in Atlanta, and glad to be here. They accepted me with open arms.
That's what's up, man. Okay? All right. So, tell us what moment in your life, you think that shaped your identity to come into being an actor and an acting coach. Like, when did you know this is my passion? This is going to be part of my trajectory.
I would say as a child, let's say, you're, horse playing with your siblings and your mom might say, hey, if you could get paid for acting silly, you'd be rich. Or, dancing to Michael Jackson, right? With the socks on, the shoes off, and the door closed. It was one of those things where I just enjoyed performing. I actually remember maybe weeping as a child and sneaking into the bathroom just to see what it looked like. Right? Or as an adult driving, a young adult driving, and I might be listening to Carl Thomas or whoever, right? And crying at the stoplight, right? Not because it's not about just overly emotional. It's not that, but it's what we call emotionally available. Right. So just really putting myself into the story.
And you know what? Ever since I got into my 40s, I've been emotionally available.
Man, I'm telling you, hey, watch out for those the commercials with the animals, with the music, and the slow motion and the pets, and they looking at you with the puppy eyes. Man, it'll take you out every time, brother.
Hey, the thing that gets me is when I think about the old school music, when I listen to it and remember where I was at that time and just missing my youth, oh man, I tear up, man, for real.
Because here's the thing, and I still think your best days are ahead of you. But people do, I think it's common for people to start thinking, man, what they've already seen. And then I think also too, brother, there's a gratitude that comes with maturity. That you now have, right? Before it's like get it. But I think our vision has now increased, and now we see things for what they actually are, not for just what we want them to be. And in a good way, I think what you're feeling, that emotional availability, is that gratitude and that awareness of an adult, because you can probably name 5 people right now that did not make it here today.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, man, I see you work with Tyler Perry. We gotta call it out. You work with Tyler Perry, man. So, man, tell us, how did you come in contact with Tyler Perry, and how was that experience? What kind of information he gave you to shape your life and change your acting coach abilities? Your teaching.
I've received 3 Tyler Perry offers. Actually, the second one didn't film. I don't mind talking about it. The second one, I received the offer, but there were some script changes, so they decided to not go with that plot line. But my character was supposed to actually be dating Cora from Cora and Mr. Brown. It was on assisted living. So we didn't end up filming that. They chose to go in another direction with the script, but it started with Haves and Have-Nots, guest star recurring, way back in 2017 when I just got here. Tyler Perry was the actual director. Great guy, just as tall as me, medium to large build, and just as one of the most generous people that you'll ever know. But with that experience, Raven Drummer was the casting director, so shout out to Raven. And He's no nonsense. Don't get it confused. And he's
Mhm.
very efficient, right? So just with the theater training that I've received and then being able to broaden my horizons in TV and film, it was a perfect match. Perfect match. In a few words, I did see something though, if I can mention this about Tyler Perry. We were one of the episodes I filmed, it was season 5. Officer Gordon is the character. So there was a young lady that was with child on set, right? She was pregnant. So he said, let's do something for the baby, right? So what he meant by that is everybody started smiling. He started feeding her lines and just wanted her to say the lines opposite of the character she was with. So he would say it, he would pause, let it go to silent or silence, and then she would say it. And everything that he said, and she doubled it, it made it to screen. So she went from an extra to a principal talent, which I mean is the equivalent of going from $100 to making $1,290 plus 10%. And that's what he did for her. And that was my first experience with Tyler Perry. So when they say he's a giver, it's not just for the cameras.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's good, bro. When somebody comes to audition, do you think it's good for them to bring 3 extra spices on, like something that didn't even be like you never asked for it, but they add on to it, like maybe certain facial expressions, maybe a speech impediment. You know what I'm saying? Just something extra. And if they say they don't want it, they don't want it. But could it make it better? Like at the times where it's better to do that.
I think actually that's I love this question, and I would say yes. Now, here's the thing. The final discretion is to the director, he, she, they, it doesn't matter, right? But the final discretion is to the director, but you want to always come in with committed choices. And I love what you just said. Don't get stuck with just one choice, because what if the director would like to see another take, right? You want to be able to have something already like bullets in the gun, right? Not trying to be violent, but you know what I mean? Like you want to keep an extra clip with you just in case, the director needs something else. So it's always good if you were here at the studio and we were working an audition, I would want you to come in and have committed choices, plural, not just a committed choice. So that's a great way to look at it. Yes, sir.
Okay, because I know Samuel Jackson do it all the time.
Yes, very much so. And him and a lot of other people. And I want to give credit to the people that don't maybe, they don't have the zeros in the bank account. There's a lot of not hungry, but there is a lot of actors out there that don't have the name or recognition that are ready, willing, and able to step in and play those supporting and lead roles. So, it's really about just keeping sharp and, of course, continue to operate in gratitude.
Okay, yeah. So is there any role that you regret that you turned down that could have made you evolve as a person, or it just was so big, either or, like, any role that you regret that you turned down?
Well, actually, I will. This is a quick Tyler Perry story as well. There's no regrets. But there was a role right before that first initial offer for the guest star recurring role on Haves and Have-Nots for Officer Gordon. There was a role in a piece, I think it was called the District Planning or whatever it was, right? But let's say District. And it was a web series. So I auditioned for Tyler Perry, but there's no guarantees. So you're always auditioning for other pieces. And this particular character, now, no judgment of the character, Bam, don't get confused. I'm not judging the character, but this character just happens to be a male on male predator. Right.
I think I've seen it.
Yeah. And this was way back in 2017. And I got the offer. It was multiple episodes. The money was good. And I said, okay, Lord, I'm not for sure if this is the particular direction you would have me go in. I said, if I turn this down, I need double, because I'm turning it down for the sake of I'm looking at the trajectory of the career. This is kind of how I do it. If it plays back 20 years from now, do I want people to watch it? And there's nothing wrong. I'm not judging characters or anything like that. I'm saying my own personal journey. You might like, butter pecan. I might like French vanilla, whatever the situation is. So I didn't do it. 48 hours later, the Tyler Perry offer came. The pay was doubled, and I had more episodes. And it was, of course, network. And then it was Haves and Have-Nots was on. Was it? It was on Oprah Winfrey Network.
Okay.
So I'm saying, forgive me for just inserting God everywhere. Please forgive, but
Oh no,
it's
always.
in me. Don't
Yeah.
praise the opportunity. Praise the God that provides the opportunity.
Indeed. Okay, yeah, man. That's well put together, man. What's the role that you think is it a role that broke you mentally that you had to recover from? Have you been through that yet?
No, I think that I will say this. I haven't experienced that, but I will say it's not necessarily the roles that will, for me, it's not a role couldn't break me. I think if you allow yourself to be broken, it's going to occur from the people around you because the role is fictional, right?
Yeah.
It's about the experiences, I think, on set or in the chemistry read or in the audition process. And, some people can be nasty. We'll just say that might be the raw side of things.
Yeah,
Plug the show.
right. Hey,
But
let us know.
it's not necessarily the characters for me. It's the people. It's the people.
Okay.
So I've had some experiences with people where they'll project their fears and insecurities on you, and that that was something that happened in Canada when I was doing a show up there, and they were saying I was racist against white people, and I was like, what? And I was like, how do you figure that? And it was, we had two directors, a white director and a black director, and I was the only American on a Canadian production. So that might have been it. But, us Americans, we have a particular swagger to things. And I think that they thought that I thought that I was better or more or whatever. And it kind of devolved from there. And I said, well, if you don't trust me, pay me and send me home. Right. And so I gave them an ultimatum, and that was right where tech was or tech week before the show opens. But yeah, I'm a pretty calm guy, relaxed guy. I've always been the pen before the sword type gentleman. But you're not going to create a falsehood or lies or a facade and then try to sell that to other people and expect me to be quiet.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Soldier up. Yeah.
Yes. In other words, soldier up. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, say, hey, don't let the sweet taste fool you. You know what I'm saying? You got the quarter zip. Don't let it fool you.
Okay. Have you just going through life having personal issues, and still got to do the job? Have you ever had to act through the pain and nobody knew that you was going through what you was having? Anything like that?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think that's really, to be completely honest, every day, right? Because every day, meaning every time we get a chance or blessed to be on a set, you're bringing in your own set of given circumstances, right? So it's our job to, if we choose to work and we're able-bodied, mentally, physically, and spiritually able to work that day, our job is to set all of that to the side and come in as a professional. And bam, if we're not able to do that, then I think it would be smart for us to call off. Things happen. Your aunt, unfortunately may transition. If you have to go to work, or if there's a show, like, you want to grieve, or you want to do this, or you want to do that, then there's the show. If you cannot move forward, then that's what understudies are for, right? But always your health is priority, and not just your physical health, but your mental health. So there's been situations, I can't think of anything like right now. I remember there was a jagged piece of the set. We were doing a show. It was The Whipping Man by Matthew Lopez. And there was a piece of the set that actually got stuck in my arm because it was a jagged set. It was during Civil War, right? So anyway, long story short, I'm bleeding, because I hit my hand because I'm ducking from somebody trying to throw a brick at me as the character, and I can hear the blood hitting the floor. So I could be like, hey, wait, I'm bleeding. Or I could say, this is the end of the show. This is the last moment. Let me stay still, get that splinter or whatever it is out and get through the show. And it's just now a funny story, but I knew I was okay. So obviously if it's an emergency, things do have to stop. But if it's less than an emergency, if you can power through that and it will be for the betterment of the show, then do that. But of course, in case of an emergency, life or death, you need to stop.
Yeah, true. I know I saw something like that on was it Django? When
Mhm.
you know what I'm talking about? What's her name that played Jamie Foxx girl?
Oh, yeah, because somebody said she didn't do a lot of talking in that one. I know who you're talking about.
But what's the white guy name who played the master, the so-called master?
Now you put me on the spot now
I forgot,
because
but
I've been in more TV and movies than I've actually watched, which is funny because people would say, "Oh man, you know, I imagine you watch everything," and I was like, actually, I do more reading of the scripts and the sides than I
right.
do actually watching the final product. Now I watch my
Yeah,
part.
yeah. I forgot his name, but he cut his hand, right? And he actually wiped real blood on her mouth. And she was like stuck. She was like really mad about it. But she
Right,
played that part out. But blood,
right.
real blood, it was real blood, man. That really happened. Yeah, that's a little too far.
I'm gonna have to go read up about that. Yeah, and just
Yeah.
that's a biohazard. So I could see when they said cut, that would upset me as well. It's like, yeah, do the moment, but I don't know what you're carrying. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she
Exactly.
got tested after that.
Yeah. So, okay, I got something to put you on the spot, bro. Oh, one second.
Sure.
Let me ask you why he going through that, because we was talking about, I was jokingly talking about how would you coach somebody to play a dead person, but regardless of that, are there certain techniques that you have when you're coaching somebody in acting, or are there steps to be taken, or are there some basic fundamental rules that you kind of give anybody that you start to train, or is it all based on the individual that you're training?
No, I think there are basic steps. I think that's Nadia. I think that's a great question. Yeah. So there are. So the first thing I would say, your thoughts, your words, and your actions should serve character and story. I'm gonna say it again. Your thoughts, your words, and your actions should serve character and story. It's never about if it's good, amazing, great. It's never about, you're not ever trying to please the casting director, the writers, directors, your agent. It's always about thoughts, words, and actions serving character and story. From there, I would say Uta Hagen's 6 steps as a baseline. Who am I? What am I given circumstances? What are my relationships? What is my objective? Meaning, what do I want? What are my obstacles? Meaning, what's standing in my way? And what are my tactics? Meaning, what do I do to get what I want? From there, every time you speak or spoken to, you need to know what your subtext is. That is the thought behind the line. Also, too, your action verb. If I said, brother, I like them glasses. Boy, you looking kind of sharp. You see what I'm saying? My action verb would be to compliment or to flatter, right? To keep your character active, there needs to be a reason why you say or do anything. So action verbs, subtext, Uta Hagen's 6 steps, and remembering that your thoughts, words, and actions should serve character and serve story. I think that would be the basis.
Man, great information, man. That's some great information right there.
Also, if you want to jump on, you can say that the gentleman, the Weekend at Bernie's situation, everything that is filmed from the back is a body double. Because I was Brian McKnight's body double on the Chili's 3 for Me commercial, right? So they did all of his stuff, cool, got him out of there in 8 hours, and then boom, now it's my turn, and everything that was filmed from the back is somebody that looks like you. They gave me the same clothes, right? Here's the top, here's the bottom. You're Brian now, and that's how that works. And also, there's cutaways too. So we can go and get Bam's footage, right? We can go get Nadi's footage as well, right? And we're not always looking at the eyes or the chest, the lungs rising and falling with someone that's actually playing dead. So there's a whole bunch of options there. And then, of course, you can turn the head away and so forth and so on, and not focus on the chest. They can probably even put a plate there as well, so we won't see any movement. Yeah. So there's a lot of options.
Great information, brother. That's a good game, man.
Great.
Yeah. Got two more questions, man, and we're gonna wrap it up. Okay. Off the top of your head, give me a rundown of all the movies you've been in, bro. Just off the top. I know you can't do it because it's too many. But...
Right. So you guys can visit my IMDb or Internet Movie Database. So imdb.me/Carl Kennedy actor. But let's do the first year of TV and film, which is 2017. Everything else, 2004 to 16, was all theater. So 17 to present is TV and film. Let's do the first year and the last year. So Greenleaf, Bobby Christina opposite Vivica Fox, Haves and the Have-Nots guest star recurring, MacGyver co-star recurring, and The Quad on BET. Right. So that's the first year. This year, we did Grosse Pointe Garden Society on NBC. It's Not Like That. It's a brand new show that's going to come out. That's an episodic, which is a TV show. Murdoch Murders that just came out. That was a limited series. There's a very popular video game that I can't mention that I will be in, and it will drop next year. Will Trent on ABC, which has not came out yet. And it's on my IMDb, so it's public knowledge. And I just did a Car Gurus commercial, and I'm on what they call right of first refusal for a commercial right now. If I book it, then I will be blessed to be flown to out of state. Airfare, Uber, transportation, hotels, per diem, all that paid for. So fingers crossed there. So, and the rest of it is on my Actors Access and IMDb.
Okay, you got a good memory. You know, I know you can't call all of it, but
but I couldn't name them all in a row. I can do the first year and the current year. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And the Ford Motor Company commercial that's still airing. It started fourth quarter last year, and it got renewed every quarter this year. Thank God, it's been an extreme blessing. This is the one about the free charger and installation for their electric vehicles. Right? It's called the Ford Power Promise. So you guys check me out.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up, man. So last but not least, man, let's get us a good drop from you. And, let them know your name, and please tell them about the Raw Side of Things. That you're Raw Side of Things. Yes, sir.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, Carl Kennedy, MFA. And please say the MFA. Shout out to Nadi. Shout out to Sir Bam Bam. Raw Side of Things, y'all. December 8th, 2025. Let's get it. You guys continue to watch the show and support.
Man, I appreciate you, man. That was great. Once again, it's on the popping, man. The great Carl Kennedy's in the building. Yeah, man.
I appreciate you, brother, and I look forward to our next time connecting.
Yes, sir. I'll get them auditions in a minute. I'm losing this gut so I can hit them auditions. I'll be there next year.
But you know what? Oh, really quick.
Yeah.
You don't have to lose anything. Acting needs everyone. Don't let anybody tell you from 0 to 99, from whatever, 500 pounds, 600 to whatever. So there's no limit in acting. That's what makes it different from sports. So please, brother, anytime you need some assistance, I'm always here as a resource.
I will reach out, man. Peace and blessings, my brother. Till next time. Salute.
Yes, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Stay tuned, man. That was great. Once again, it's on. You see, we got the big stuffers coming in to the Raw Side of Things. All we need you to do is subscribe and comment. Hey, it's going down. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be back with the last blast of the day.
Understand it will alter your life immediately. If you understand completely what I'm going to tell you from this moment on, your life will never be the same again.
Again, it's the Raw Side of Things, you know what I'm saying? And he'll smoke with Mary Jane, no longer Snow Kane. I don't have to say that shit, cause y'all need me thinking, cause I do my stand-up shit and talk about Snow, you think I'm still doing it. No, nigga, that's the past. Anyway, check this out. I need you motherfuckers to subscribe, or there's gonna be some problems by next summer. If I don't go viral, I'm gonna turn back to the old me, and you don't wanna see that. I'm be like the YNs out here, you know what I'm talking about? For real, nigga. I'm gonna come out of retirement on y'all motherfuckers, man. I'm just fucking around. I ain't trying to get locked up, nigga. You got me fucked up.
Bam, bam, tick tock, woo, shout and do it for the crown. Bam, bam, tick tock, woo, shout and do it for the
Yeah, it's the last blast of the day, man, and you still played that goddamn clip, but it's all good.
yeah, man. I the reason I played it because I know you having that. I got the new one that I put on.
It's all good. It's all good.
The TikTok, and I know you having the twerk contest. I didn't know you wanted to advertise it or.
No, I'm talking about the other one, the one right before it.
Oh,
but it's all good.
I ain't got the new one yet. You supposed to send me the new one.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm just fucking with you,
Yeah,
man. We're
when I
gonna get
get
it
them
right.
new clips, I'm gonna put them new clips in. I'm
But
gonna
that
take
shit
them
good
old
though.
clips
It's
out.
good though. It's good.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
provocative. It's provocative. You know what I mean? So hey,
Right.
they get the point across. So we, you know what I mean? It's the raw side of things. You know, it's all good. But
Right,
yeah,
and
man.
we always gotta remind the people, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button,
Yes.
and also share with one person.
Yeah, man.
Share with
Need
one
y'all,
person.
man. Yeah, man. We
Right.
almost at 400. You know, to get 400 people, hey, that's hey, so it's something to celebrate. You know
Right.
what I
Shout
mean?
out to some of the people in the chat who've been in here for a while. Mad Knox, shout out to you, Chief. Lene, Jimerson, Jay Jimerson. Yeah, man.
Salute.
Shout out to you, man. We appreciate all y'all. Poetic Sins usually be in there. So, shout out to all the listeners and everybody who's showing love to the raw side of things.
And yeah, man, we about to move it to nighttime starting next week, man. So y'all stay tuned. It's about to change up, so it'll be a more relaxing hour for you. You know what I mean? And we'll have more people to tune in. So y'all stay tuned, man. It's going down. And my brother about to hit y'all with In the Game Network. Let you know about this sports sit. What's happening?
Also, yeah, make sure that the people in the chat I'm talking to, when we switch over, man, we're gonna be very interactive in the chat. We're gonna be very interactive in the chat, speaking to y'all in the chat. If we can put your chat up, we'll put your chat up. But yeah, man, we want to interact with y'all more. So just make sure y'all tune in, interact with the show, and take off, because we about to take off.
Got to. Up out of there.
Yeah, a lot going on. We got a Monday Night Football game tonight between the Philadelphia Eagles and the LA Chargers, which should be a very good game. Myself and Katja, we're gonna talk about it after the game. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Shador's big week, and even though he lost the game, he improved. He improved enough where the coach Kevin Stefanski, his name, Shador Sanders, the starting quarterback for the remainder of the season. So that's a positive thing. It looked like they're gonna try to develop them to see if they need to get a quarterback in the first round. We might talk about the sorry Falcons and their woes. I don't know if we got time, but if we got time, we'll talk about it. So those are some things y'all can look forward to tonight from myself and Katja. It'll be on the Built for This Radio Network, One Man Cave, also the In the Game Network. And I'm gonna start doing more shows, man. I think I'm gonna do a controversial truth on Thursday and really talk about some of the issues that going around the country. Because my whole point, my whole purpose is to show people that the man in the mirror is a part of the problem that you're dealing with when we're dealing with this country. We can sit here and try to point blame and want to talk about blaming Donald Trump and blaming this person and blaming that person. But at some point, you got to take accountability for your own actions. So we're gonna get into a lot of that going forward on the controversial truth as I break it down step by step, week by week, based on what's going on in the country and what's just going on in the world.
Yeah. Sounds great, man. Sounds great. Like we always do about this time. Hey, y'all made it to the very end of the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This has been another great episode. I think this is number 26. And yeah, we started off good and started off great, and it's getting greater. You know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned with us, man. Subscribe, leave comments, share, talk that good and bad shit, y'all. We need it, man. We need all that. Till next time, it's the Raw Side of Thangzz. Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.